Greetings! Ah, here you are at last. I have an important task for you. A wealthy patron of the city is experiencing some difficulty on her lands. She has requested my assistance, and it is in the city's best interests to help her. The lady in question is the Duchess of Windbreak, and I will deem it a personal favor if you would make haste to her manor and render your assistance. Unfortunately, I can't spare any guards. The situation is quite urgent. Windrake Manor is an impressive stronghold to the east of Neverwinter. Please hurry. She is, as I mentioned, a wealthy patron.
Let the grey goose fly!
Oh, who goes there? Well, let me see that. Oh, I see. Well, can't be too careful with those strange travelers about and this weird fog closing in. Gives me the creeps. Pass, friend.
I'll escort you to the Duchess. Welcome to Windrake Manor. Thank the gods that you are here. I trust that Lord Neverember has sent me someone competent. I'm at my wit's end. There have been strange mists closing in recently. They cling and linger, even when the sun is high. And over the last few days, they have closed in. The people hereabouts are simple and superstitious, and such unnatural weather unsettles them. Our farmers report that some of their livestock has been taken as the mist overcame their farms. And there are stories of bestial sounds in the fog. My guards are on edge too, and several I sent to investigate have not returned. Over the last few days, more have either deserted or been lost in the fog. I have ordered all the locals to gather within the stronghold walls for safety, and the remaining guards to protect the entrances. In recent days, some visitors arrived on my lands, travelers from far-off lands, calling themselves Vistani. These are the troublemaking type, and problems follow them wherever they go. I want you to determine if these travelers are somehow responsible for these bizarre occurrences, or if they can help bring about their end. My soldiers are a simple militia, not seasoned adventurers, and their numbers are so depleted. I am desperate for your assistance.
A stranger in our camp. What brings you here, I wonder? Greetings, traveler. The Vistani welcome you. You have no need of an armed guard here, friend. We have done nothing wrong. We are here because we need help. We seek a brave soul willing to help an innocent imperator. It is hard to find one brave enough to risk all. Are you such a hero? You would help the Vistani break this curse? You are not like the others around here, I think. My name is Stanimir. The one I speak of is the only daughter of our town's burgomaster. She is threatened by a great evil. Evil that overshadows our land of Barovia. Here is a letter from her father, beseeching your aid. You will not find it on any map, stranger. It is a strange place, a secret place. Come closer if you would know more, and I will tell you of the Vistani and our mysterious home. We Vistani are a nomadic people, long since displaced from our own lands. One night, a wounded soldier staggered into our camp and collapsed. We nursed him back to health. His enemies hunted him, but we protected him, as if he were one of our own. It transpired the stranger was a prince, and he fought to protect us. As we had protected him, we escorted him to his homeland, and he thanked us by giving us the freedom of his realm, allowing us to come and go as we pleased, in the knowledge that we would always be safe there. Now a curse has befallen our noble prince, turning him into a tyrant. We have traveled far and wide to find heroes who will end our dread lord's curse and put his troubled soul to rest.
So, is everything settled? You can leave now? My husband Eric will be worried. Of course, I'll tell him. My Eric would never let me make a mistake like that. Now, if there's nothing else, I'll leave you with your new friends. I need to get back to the castle safely as soon as possible.
Now
know how things came to pass in our lands. Do you still offer your aid, or will you shrink from the challenge? Journey with us to Barovia. Meet with our leader, Madame Eva. She knows all and will tell you what you must do to break the curse and save the Burgomaster's daughter. These mists that surround us will transport us safely to our realm. This is the only way to find Barovia. There. I told you this would transport us. Already we are on the borders of the land of Barovia.
I shall loose on your command.
Here you will meet Madame Eva. There she is ahead.
Welcome to Barovia. The ravens told me of your coming, and now I see you have a special aura about you. You have faced great darkness, yes. That is good, but beware. Nothing you have faced until now compares to the evil here in Barovia. Nothing will have prepared you to face the devil Strahd. Nothing happens in Barovia except by his leave, and none but the Vistani can depart. He holds the people of these lands in terror, and everything in these parts is bent to his will. That would not be so easy, stranger. The devil Strahd is an ancient and terrible being whose dread curse makes him a fearsome adversary. Allow me to read your fortune in the tarot deck, and perhaps I can help you in the struggle to come. Come closer. Come closer. Let me tell you what the cards reveal. It is you. The cards show that you are destined to break the curse of Strahd. But first, you must find 3 objects of power. A book that tells the devil's secrets. A sword that shines like the rising sun. A holy symbol that is sacred to the ravens. Find these things, and you can save the maiden and free Barovia from the devil's curse. Now, take this. You will have need of the tarot cards in your trials to come.
It seems Madame Eva thinks you are destined to help Barovia. You're not the first to try, but Madame Eva is wise. Perhaps at last the curse will be broken. Remember my words, and be careful on the road ahead. We are waiting here for the other Vistani in our clan. Then we too will go. We will see you in Barovia soon. Stay on the path and you will be at the gates of Barovia shortly. Look for Esmeralda d'Avenir in the town. She's wise and strong. Remember my words and be careful on the road ahead. Werewolves! The caravan is on the helped us defeat the werewolves. Strahd sometimes grants them permission to travel through the mists to do his bidding. He knows you are here now. You must tread carefully from this time forward, but you will always have a friend in Stanimir. I can never thank you enough for saving my family. You don't understand, my friend. We Vistani prize family bonds above all else. You have saved my family from certain death. Or worse, we are now bound to you by blood, and you to us. You are a stranger no more. You are now Vistani like me. Take this as a symbol of my esteem, and a sign you are now part of my family. It has been handed down from Vistani to Vistani for generations. As long as you have it, you can travel through the mists of Barovia unharmed. The honor is mine, my friend. May it guard you in the dangers you face ahead. Follow the path and journey safely to the village of Barovia, where you will find Esmeralda. When she sees you are Vistani, she will reward you further.
Greetings, stranger. I am Count Strahdu von Zarovich, the ruler of these lands, and I bid you welcome to my realm. Tell me, what brings you to these lands? Ah, the Vistani brought you. They are good servants of mine, as are most things in these parts. No doubt they told you certain things about me. I will watch your exploits in Barovia with interest. I admire your spirit, though I fear you will not be up to your task. Pass freely throughout this land. I wish you every success in your endeavors. I feel sure we shall meet again.
Monsters lurk everywhere in Barovia. I see that the mists have led another stranger to Barovia. Did you wander here by accident? Or did my Vistani brothers and sisters lure you here with stories of the noble Strahd? No matter. I sense you carry a Vistani heirloom. At least you are not trapped in this cursed land, unlike so many other poor souls who now call Barovia home. Forgive my manners. As you have tracked me down, you know I am Esmeralda Davenir. I protect these lands from the creatures of the night, but I could always use help. Perhaps you are the one who can help me defeat the devil known as Strahdu von Zarovich. How else can I aid you? I suppose if you are risking your life helping me hunt monsters, it's only fair for you to know more about me. I am Vistani by birth, but I do not claim that heritage as my own. When I was a little girl, my family kidnapped a young man and delivered him into the hands of a vampire. The boy's father, Rudolf von Richten, tracked us down soon after. We feared he would kill us, but after he learned the whereabouts of his son, he spared our lives. I was moved by his mercy. Years later, I ran away from home to help him find his son. Alas, his son was already turned into a vampire spawn, and Rudolf was forced to put an end to the boy's suffering. I convinced him to train me, and together we slew many monsters. I hope to meet with him again someday. So, you have a letter from the Burgomaster of Barovia requesting aid. Well, I'm not sure if the letter is very old or a forgery, but I have some bad news to tell you. The Burgomaster has passed on under mysterious circumstances. Only his daughter Irina remains. I suggest you speak with her. She's nearby, across the main village road at the Burgomaster's mansion. She can verify if this is her father's handwriting. If it is, you can ask her about the evil affliction of which her father spoke in his letter. Be wary.
Don't leave the village unprepared.
The night haunts my dreams. Greetings to you, traveler. I am indeed Rina Kolyana. What can I do for you? My father sent this letter? I don't know where you got this from, but you have been misinformed. This is not written in his hand, and it does not read like the words of a desperate father. Whoever gave you this letter was trying to trick you, stranger. If this is why you came to Barovia, then you have been lured here by agents of the devil Strahd. I know you thought you were coming to my rescue, but it has been in vain. My father is dead. I had to bury him myself, because these Barovians were too scared to help me. My affliction? Yes. A while ago, I woke in the middle of the night, bleeding from a strange wound on my neck. I thought some sort of vermin bit me. But I also dreamt of a dark figure in my room, eyes blazing with hunger. When I spoke of this to my father, he became very pale and wouldn't let me leave the house. Then the attacks came. Wolves howling outside our house, creatures clawing at the doors and windows trying to get in. We kept them at bay, but the stress was too much for my poor father's heart, and he died. The attacks have stopped for now, but the dreams still haunt me. What happened? What is going on?
Have you come to end the rule of the Devil Strahd? Poor Irina. I fear she has attracted the attention of Strahdu von Zarovich himself. He likely intends to make her one of his consorts, damning her soul forever. We must not allow this to happen. We must do whatever we can do to free her from the devil Strahd. Those fearful Barovians have been crushed under the heel of Strahd for too long. There are monsters lurking everywhere, ready to strike the unwary. Even the sanctity of the grave is no more. Strange figures have been seen moving about the graveyard, disturbing the resting place of those buried there. We cannot let this pass. Head to the graveyard and stop whoever is responsible for this desecration. There are great evils that seek to drag Barovia deeper into darkness. Only people like you and I have the courage to stand against them. Gather your comrades and explore the valley. You'll find many threats requiring an allied force to overcome. Strahd must be stopped!
The Morning Lord blesses us with a new
Monsters lurk everywhere in Barovia. Ghouls have been disturbing the graves. Filthy corpse eaters. I hope you dispatch them quickly. Well, perhaps you have proved you can help in the fight against the darkness. But know this, there are far worse things than ghouls in the wilds of Barovia. Far worse. So let me help you. As a token of my appreciation, accept this Vampire Hunter's Kit. It contains some useful items that will aid you in the battles to come. How else can I aid you? Now you are properly equipped. There are others who share my desire to rid Barovia of its monsters. They have witnessed firsthand the evils that stalk this land and could use your help. Head inside the Blood on the Vine Tavern and speak with Zoldar Zodorovich, Danica Dorakova, and Vaikov Orich. Learn their stories and see what you can do to help them.
I'd better get more arrows.
The night is full of teeth. Another traveler, eh? What makes you special? Others like you have come to Barovia seeking to end the curse. Most lie buried in our graveyard. Still, we must learn to fight or be devoured by wolves. That's a Barovian saying, but it should be taken seriously, especially in the Howling Hills. I used to hunt there, but packs of wolves have taken over everything. Perhaps you can help drive back these beasts. What? The wilds of Barovia are a dangerous place, and it gets worse every day. I spent most of my life in there, and these days I am finding the safety of taverns more comfortable. But we cannot let these lands fall to beasts and monsters. Hunters have set up travelers' camps all around the valley. At these camps, you can rest and find safety from a creature who hunts when darkness falls. A creature known as the Night Terror. Camp supplies must be replenished from time to time. I have purchased such things from Bildrath's mercantile. If you could resupply the camp in the Howling Hills, you would have my thanks. The Night Terror is a horrible creature that roams the nights of Barovia, seeking prey. Some say it is an unliving monster that escaped imprisonment from an ancient temple. Others say it is one of Strahd's pets he uses to torment the living. All we know is to fear it, and do what we can to escape its wrath. I saw it once, a cloud of smoke that moved unnaturally. Then I heard a whisper in my mind, saying that I was next. I fled as fast as I could until I found the safety of a traveler's camp. I used some herbs an old Vistana woman gave me to ward against evil, and threw them into the fire. It worked, and the Night Terror was repelled. When Bildrath heard my tale, he tracked down the old woman, and now sells travelers' camp supplies in his store. There are other things that can be used to fight against the Night Terror. If you can find a Morning Lord lantern, it can be used to repel the Night Terror momentarily. If you are particularly brave, you can buy a special silvering kit to augment your weapons to fight the creature. You can buy those from Vistana merchants who sometimes travel around Barovia. Beware when the watchman calls out the evening hour, as that is when the Night Terror will begin its hunt. I can use a new skinning knife.
How curious. Another traveler from foreign lands. Oh, we have hoped the mists would bring us more heroes. Perhaps the fates have finally smiled upon us. I help watch over these lands. I speak with the ravens, and they tell me many secrets. Lately, we have turned our eyes to the cursed meadow.
It is a dangerous place plagued by dark magic. Perhaps you can help drive away the evil before it overwhelms us. Anything else? There is an old woman who sometimes comes to the village at night, selling what she calls dream pastries. They induce a euphoria-like state in anyone who eats them, to the point that people are willing to spend all their coins just to escape their day-to-day lives. I do not trust the old woman or the wares she peddles. There's something sinister going on, and I intend to find out. I would like to make a potion to help discern the properties of the dream pastry. I have most of the ingredients, but am lacking a few vital components. A dream pastry, ghostly toadstools, and spider venom. The toadstools can be found around the farms of the Cursed Meadow, but can only be seen at night. The spiders lurk in the winding paths of the western Cursed Meadow. Would you help me gather what I need? There are dark magics.
The undead must be put down. Who are you? Have you come to claim my soul at last? No, wait. You're not one of them. My apologies. I have been hunting the undead monsters of Barovia for so long, I have become a bit on edge. Yes, I am Vikalf Ulrich. My family hailed from the nearby village of Berez, but that place is no more, destroyed in fury by the master of Ravenloft. Now, I do what I can to keep the spirits of my ancestors at peace by destroying the monsters that stalk the village ruins. If you are trustworthy, I would appreciate your help. What is it? Once, the village of Berez was not unlike the village of Barovia. But everything changed when Strahd found a young woman who lived there, named Marina. Some say she bore a striking resemblance to Strahd von Zarovich's lost love. Strahd became obsessed with her. But some of the villagers noticed what was happening to Marina, and she died before Strahd could make her his bride. Strahd was enraged, slew many of the villagers, and used his powers over the land to reduce the village to ruins. Now, the village is overwhelmed by undead. Some of the ghosts of the villagers still haunt the ruins, bound by the dark powers for their role in Marina's death. Speak with the ghosts to learn the truth of their deeds.
Barovia needs more heroes.
Hope you're ready to hunt monsters. It brings some comfort to know we are not alone in this darkness. Perhaps in time we can push back the evils of this land. Within the groves of the Whispering Wood there is a great corruption spreading. Men driven mad by Strahd have come to worship him at dark altars in the woods. Their magic corrupts the very land, and it's said the trees themselves have come alive with evil intent. Of course, you should witness this yourself. Investigate the standing stones scattered around the Whispering Wood to discover the truth.
What can Bildrath sell you today? Yes, I have Zoldor's camp supplies ready in the nearby crate. If you ever need more, come back to talk with Bildrath. I can offer you some at a very reasonable rate.
Fog must be stopped.
Acceptable prices! To Bildras Mercantile.
Guard yourselves!
am Laszlo Omru. I was once burgomaster of Beres. Brother Grigor told me what Strahd had planned for Marina. I could not let that sweet girl fall into Strahd's clutches and lose her immortal soul. I knew I had to do something. They had a horrible thought. If Marina were to die before Strahd could make her his bride, her soul would be spared. So with time running out, Grigor and I called her to the church. We took her life before Strahd could take her soul. If there were only another way.
Laszlo said it was the only way. Dr. Marina. She was such a lovely girl, always so full of spirit. But then the devil Strahd noticed her. He would come at night calling to my young Marina. She resisted at first, but Strahd's will was too strong. I woke one night to witness her leave the house, moving towards Strahd. Then he feasted upon her blood. Oh, my poor little girl. She survived, but was weak and plagued by nightmares. She said he would come for her again. I knew I had to do something, so I spoke with Brother Grigor. He said if Strahd had his way, she would become a creature like Strahd, and her soul would forever be damned.
I am Brother Grigor. I provided spiritual guidance to Beres when I yet lived. Marina's mother Olga came to me and confessed what she had seen. Strahd visited her in the dead of night, calling out to her daughter Marina. When Marina left the house in a trance, Strahd feasted upon her blood, but did not kill her. I had heard of Strahd's crimes, and knew by the morning Lord's teachings that if she succumbed to Strahd, Marina's soul would be forever damned. I urged the burgomaster to take action before it was too late. Morning Lord, forgive me.
The morning Lord blesses us with a new day.
Have you come to end the rule of the Devil Strahd? Now you understand what we are facing. Blood sacrifices to dark powers and the corruption of elemental forces. These dark druids and their blighted minions must be stopped. How else can I aid you?
The undead must be... What a tragic tale. They sought only to protect Marina, but ended up committing a deed so foul, they were damned as well. And yes, before you ask, Laszlo Ulrich was indeed my ancestor. I take a personal stake in these affairs. What is it?
The night is full of teeth. The fires of the camp are replenished. Good. Anything that keeps back the night is a boon to travelers. If you want to replenish them yourself, talk to Bildrath. He keeps all the necessary stores on hand. What?
I'm an honest fighter.
I shall loose on your command.
Acceptable prices.
Am I still dreaming? What? Don't take my pastry! It's my only escape from this miserable world. It makes me dream of places where I don't have to worry about creatures trying to kill me. To be Borovian is to know misery. Who wants to live in a world where that is a well-known saying? Fine. You want it? Take it. Let my sorrow be complete.